Hi guys, welcome back, and we are dealing with unit 3 of brand management, that is brand positioning. Now, this particular topic has two major parts. The very first deals with the concept of brand positioning, and the second part deals with how you define a competitive frame of reference and how you devise points of parity and points of difference. So basically there are two parts in this unit. First deals with the concept, the meaning, and the various aspects of brand positioning, and the second deals with basically the guidelines of brand positioning. Now, there are two basic guidelines of brand positioning which we will deal in the next video. Today we'll be dealing with the concepts and the various aspects of brand positioning. That is the part 1 of the unit 3. Now, talking about brand positioning is also called brand strategies or the positioning strategies. Now, it is a process by which the company tries to create a sort of positioning in the minds of customers. They try to position their brand in the minds of the customers. And of course, the goal is to create a brand, a unique impression in the customer's mind so that these particular customers, they associate something specific, something very desirable, something very distinct from other brands, and it of course it matches their needs and interests, because if it won't match their expectations, they are not going to buy that very particular product, whatever the brand is. While doing so, they have certain strategies. Now, the very first strategy is to understand your competitor. You should understand your competitor. Then you should try to position your brand. Only on understanding the customers, you now need to position your brand, and you need to identify those uniqueness of your brand. You need to highlight those uniqueness of your brand. Then you should, in order to highlight the uniqueness of brand, you should have a distinct idea other than the competitors. Then you should craft a sort of brand positioning statement. You should target your customers, you should define your market, and then you should let your customers know what your brand promises. What does your brand promises regarding its features to the customers? And of course, the last strategy could be, you should give customer a reason to believe in your brand. You should give the customers a reason to believe in your brand. How will they believe in your brand? When you ultimately promises them that the brand is, of course, of good quality, of course, of a very reliable product, and the price is also somewhat moderate and reasonable. So with your promises, you are trying to meet the expectations of the customers in the market who are looking forward for a particular sort of product. It may be any of the brand. Now, when we deal with the brand positioning, before that, we have three important concepts. This is called the STP concept, where the first stage is that of segmentation, S for segmentation, T for target, and of course the third step is that of positioning, which we have to deal in this particular unit. So we need to study the STP concept of marketing. The very first stage is that of market segmentation. This the very first word comes into play, S. S is basically segmentation or grouping, and the concept that underlies it is called the market segmentation. Now, market segmentation, it is comprised of two words, market and segmentation. So market when you try to bifurcate the words, it comes into market plus segment. So you are basically segmenting the market. You are basically trying to create a small group within a large big market. Now you are trying to create a group of customers who have similar needs, similar desires and similar interests, and you are creating a subgroup within a big market group. Now, what is the need of creating? What is the need of doing market segmentation? The very basic need is to devise. It helps to devise you appropriate strategies for your markets, and it also helps you to understand the target audience. It also gives you a clear view of the customers, what they want to buy and what they do not want to buy. Now, it also helps you target the right product to the right customers in the right time. So, and of course, it also helps you to know your customers better. So, market segmentation is very necessary for any market, and it is one of the major marketing strategy. Now, to do market segmentation, it is not easy. So first, you have certain steps through which you can do market segmentation. The first step is to identify the market, of course, your target market. Second is to identify the expectations of the target market. What does your target market expect from you? Then the third is to create a subgroup within the target market. For example, if you have chosen ladies as your segmentation, now you have to create ladies as a first group. So you need to subdivide that particular group. Ladies, you can divide on the basis of age as 20 to 25, 30 to 35, 40 to 45, and so on. Then you need to review the needs of the target market or the target audience. Then you should always name your target market. You should give them a proper name. Then you should devise certain relevant marketing strategies for that particular group. Then you should also review the behavior of the target audience as to the variation of the needs and interest. Whether the market that has been targeted is changing its needs or its interest, whether it's varying or not. Then you should know the size of the market so that you can at least plan your sales plan. You can at least do sales planning, and you could at least forecast. Now the second concept is T, that is targeting. Now targeting is the second stage of this particular marketing strategies, where you target a particular audience. Now the basis can be done on the basis of, say, gender, say age, say occupation, say social status, environment, say lifestyle, income, spending capacity of the customers, and so on. And then the last stage that comes into play is that of positioning. This is brand positioning, which we have to really deal with. And this is particularly the first impression. What is positioning? As I discussed earlier, it is the first impression in the minds of the customers. How you position your particular brand. There are also various steps for brand positioning. You should know your audience, target audience very well. You should identify the product features. What are the product features? You should at least have one USP so that it differentiates you from that of the competitors. You should always know your competitor, and you should always find out the ways and means to promote your particular brand. How will you promote your particular brand? You should also maintain your brand. How will you maintain your brand? By assuring quality, by living up to the expectations of the customers. Now this was all about brand positioning. When we come into the next class, we will deal with the guidelines of brand positioning that will include the frame of reference and the points of parity and the points of difference. So very soon we will I'll upload my next video. So if you have any problem, get back to my WhatsApp group with your queries. Till then, it's a happy day for me to you. Okay, bye.